Okay, it is Tuesday, November 29th.
November air, November air, through November air.
And another picture-perfect day out here today. A little breezy with a bit of a chill, 49 degrees. Perfect jacket weather. I don't even know where to fucking start this week, man. There's so much nonsense going on. I guess we could start with creepy Joe Biden at the window of those two kids.
Okay, here's Jill. There's Jill. There's Jill. Oh my God! Hi! Oh my God! Oh my God! Give me something, Abby. Give me something. Give me something.
Oh my God, those kids have no idea how lucky they are to have that barrier between them and him. We look at him, I mean, it's always fun to check in with him, but man, oh man, is it nothing but total buffoonery.
Look at this. God love you. Now this is chocolate, right? Chocolate, you are pardoned. You are pardoned. You gonna tell me that?
Where I come from, we don't say what. It's proper to say pardon.
I'm serious. He said, I don't know, man. You didn't have to pardon me. I knew I was pardoned. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. How many turkeys you got down there? God love you. 9.5 million turkeys. I tell you what, that's like some of the countries I've been to. Anyway, you want to talk? You suck! Yeah. Look, folks, in all seriousness, let me close with this. We can't forget the reason for Thanksgiving in the first place. Pilgrims thought it was pretty important in tough times to come together and thank God, to be grateful for what we have. That's what the Thanksgiving tradition is all about, being grateful for what we have. And grateful for fellow Americans who we may never meet, but who will be, there you go. They're grateful. I hereby pardon chocolate and chips. 10 years ago, how many knew what the hell the supply chain was? No, I'm serious.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
What, big what? What, big what?
So, what else? You have the Trump controversy is going to go on. You know, you got him having dinner with Kanye West. And Kanye West being labeled this whole anti-Semitic and all this stuff. So it's a way, of course, to label Trump's constituents and followers as those things. It's all a setup.
Meanwhile, major fallout today for Donald Trump after he hosted that now notorious Mar-a-Lago dinner with Kanye West and a white supremacist leader, Nick Fuentes.
It's incredibly poor judgment, and I think that ever since the election in 2020, I think the president's descended deeper into heart of darkness here.
Kanye, now known as Ye, says the dinner got heated when he had the moxie to ask Trump to be his running mate in 2024. Trump spent the Thanksgiving weekend doing damage control, calling Kanye seriously troubled and claiming he shows up with 3 people. I didn't know Nick Fuentes.
There is absolutely no excuse for these people that he's associating with.
This is yet another reason why this man should never be allowed to be in a position of power, not even a crossing guard.
In the meantime, Elon Musk is taking on Apple. Elon versus Apple, Part 2, The Wrath of Khan. But, you know, everything, again, is a distraction. It's a look here, don't look there.
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here, please.
What else is going on? Oh, you have the city of San Francisco deciding that it's okay for robots to use deadly force against people if they break the law.
Now at 7, police robots with the potential for deadly force. The SFPD policy just considered by San Francisco supervisors, allowing robots to kill suspects in certain critical situations.
There's been a lot of talk about RoboCop, or, you know, which I think sets, you know, a whole lot of minds going to a whole lot of different places.
That controversial plan just passed about an hour ago in an 8-3 vote. Welcome, everyone, to the 7 here on KTVU+. I'm Alex Savage.
And I'm Greg Lee. Those police robots will be allowed to use potentially deadly force. The plan's drawn criticism from civil liberties advocates. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee reports.
San Francisco police asking for approval by the Board of Supervisors to use robots like this one as a potential deadly force option. That means military-grade machines operated by trained officers could potentially kill suspects during critical incidents. San Francisco Supervisor Rafael Mandelman supports using robots for specific life-threatening cases.
In fact, I think it would be irresponsible not to make some kind of plan to use that technology in that horrific eventuality.
It's really just opening a window that eventually somebody's going to want to crawl through.
Matthew Goriglia, a policy analyst with the Electronic Frontier Foundation, says it doesn't make sense to give robots the ability to kill.
We are going to lessen the burden of using deadly force from having to pull a gun and pull the trigger to a button on a remote control.
SFPD already has 17 robots, and none of them have live ammunition. But the department is considering using a robot with explosives attached as a way to get into a building with violent, armed suspects barricaded inside.
It's literally the movie RoboCop going on right now in the world.
There's still no word from Omnicorp parent company, OCP. Now, I know some of you may think that this kind of thinking is dangerous. These machines violate your civil liberties. Some of you even believe that the use of these drones overseas makes us the same kind of bullying imperialists that our forefathers were trying to escape. To you, I say, stop whining.
So we have finally reached a point in the world where we have brought the movie RoboCop to life.
Go!
Literally, especially the newer version is literally this exact, storyline. But yeah, you know, between bringing in robots and allowing them to use deadly force, bringing in trackable, traceable, surveillable money that is able to be turned off if the governmental body does not like your behavior or you do not meet the requirements of what they tell you you must do in order to participate in society. What else? You have the entire reset that is going to start making its way in. You have people like Klaus Schwab talking about how great it is in China.
From your perspective, how do you understand this ambition of China to have the Chinese path toward modernization and share it with the developing world?
I respect China's achievements, which are tremendous over the last over 40 years since the opening up reform policy came into action. I think it's a role model for many countries.
Yeah, you know, so that seems lovely. Meanwhile, in China, people are starting to push back, it seems. Always got to question videos coming out of China, because the first question is, how do they come out of China with the internet as policed and locked down as it is? So, you know, still, they could be coming out in other ways through other countries. But the bottom line is, you know, it looks like there's some pushback going on. It also looks like people are getting locked into their homes. I mean, could you imagine you coming down and there's a government worker outside, you know, fucking hog tying the door closed out front so you can't get out? No concerns whether or not there's going to be a fire or anything. You know, this, of course, zero tolerance policy for the COVIDs in China is also a zero tolerance policy for any kind of pushback. So, you know, the lockdowns that have occurred over there, and as we've seen on past videos here in places like Shanghai, and people fucking starving, you know, it looks like they've reached the point where they're starting to have enough, which is good, you know. We'll see, you know, because of course there's places like the Netherlands and New Zealand and Australia and France and Canada, and of course here, that you know, are continuing the nonsense. Some more in other countries at the moment, but that is how they bring it in stages through other countries. And you know, the global G20 summit, as Klaus explained, we may have a more fragmented world, a more angry world.
We have to prepare for a more angry world.
Yeah, no shit. What a joke these people are. And again, all these people are just expendable puppet frontmen. You have people like Pelosi, who finally are having to step down from certain positions, you know. Finally, someone back there said, look, man, she can't be the Speaker of the House anymore. She's too fucking nuts, you know. But anyway, she's at least stepped down from that position. But you have the press secretary policing and defending Fauci's latest return, as he stepped out to say a few words in a press conference. And she stood up for him like he was a 2-year-old being bullied in the schoolyard.
Fragment of the total 40 years.
We have a process here. I'm not calling out on people who yell. And you're being disrespectful to your colleagues, and you're being disrespectful to our guests. I will not call on you if you yell, and also you're taking time off the clock because Dr. Fauci has to leave in a couple of minutes. I'm done. I'm not getting into a back and forth with you. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Dr. Fauci,
but she's asking a great question.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
You ask your question, you should allow her to answer the question. She asked a valid question, Dr. Fauci, on the origin of COVID-19.
It is not your turn. It is not your turn.
You come on the same people. That's the thing. You can't read a press briefing. You need to call from people across the room. She has a valid question. She's asking about the origin of COVID-19.
I hear the question.
And Dr. Fauci is the best person to answer.
I hear your question, but we're not doing this the way you want it. This is a disrespectful. It is. I'm done. Simon, I'm done. Simon, I'm done. I'm done with you right now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're taking time away from your colleagues.
I mean, would you listen to her? She sounds like a lunatic. And of course, the question being asked is a logical question. But they're in such defense mode right now as they attempt to prepare for the next round of Pandemic 2, the Wrath of Khan, you know. So, anyway, this is a platform again to lay out all the things that they want to bring in that, of course, they're going to use, climate change as a stepping off point to that platform as well, because all the things at the end of the agenda to fix what's wrong happen to require all the same solutions. Lockdowns and passports and digital IDs and, surveilled money and surveillance everywhere and, the inability to speak out against any of it and got to shut the fuck up and just take it and go, okay, give up complete autonomy of your mind and body over to governmental, organizations, because that makes sense.
So what I'm gonna do is piss and moan like an impotent jerk and then bend over and take it up the tailpipe.
Just got to sit back and take it, and if we do that, we'll save the world. Oh, good. A world nobody's going to fucking want to live in by the time that's all implemented. But, people are beginning to wake up more and more, like I said. If those protests in China are actual protests that are not being staged and sent out as propaganda for the world to see, which China is famous for doing, if they are real, which, for Christ's sake, they better be by now, people of China. Jesus Christ, how much more are you going to fucking take over there? Oh, we love our social credit system. So, anyway, all that being said, there's a whole lot more going on that I only just scratched the surface of. But, like I said, this is such a joke that you can't even keep up with it all. So I think I'll about leave it there. And once again, hope all is well. And we will see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.